It's November 25th, 2023. I'm up in on the edge of Tri-Peak here in western Santa Monica Mountains, actually in what they call the Boney Range. We're on the kind of western side of it, and we're on the east edge of a tributary into Sycamore Canyon. This tributary goes down, becomes Blue Canyon, and then goes Sycamore's around the corner here. You can't really see it, the big canyon. Anyway, we're taking one of these geo-hikes, and we've come up the Fossil Trail, which is over past this saddle here. Come down the saddle, and where the trail more or less goes along a fault called the Boney Mountain Fault. And so you've got on one side of the fault actually comes through that saddle or near it. The Conejo Volcanics are making up that set of outcrops up on the hill, kind of light, I guess it's almost a pink kind of gray-brown color up there. And fault comes over there through the saddle, comes down towards us. So on the right-hand side, you have the Conejo Volcanics making up that outcrop. On the left-hand side, you have the Topanga Formation. Here's an outcrop of it here. And these are sediments here, mostly siltstone and some dark siltstone shale, and then also some lighter colored sandstone beds in it. It's marine. It's actually older than the Conejo Volcanics I just mentioned. And so we're on the other side of the fault of the Boney Mountain Fault here, and it separates the two units. Again, the Topanga Formation, and then the Conejo Volcanics up there. So how do geologists know where to put the fault line on the map? Well, here below I have this map of, I don't know if you can read it. It's a geology map. It's made by Tom Dibley Jr., and it's the Camarillo and Newberry quads put together here. And we're down here. I put a pencil line on to show kind of where we've been hiking. We started up here. We came down this with pencil line through the volcanics. That's all the pinks and reds here. And then we crossed this Sycamore Canyon fault. And then we went into this sort of gray-brown unit that's showing up here that's called TT, various TT designations. That's Topanga Formation. It's intruded by some of these purple things. These are diabase dikes that are part of actually the Conejo Volcanics. They've been intruded in here. So this block here between the Sycamore Canyon fault and the Boney Mountain Fault, this has been uplifted, and the two other blocks have gone down. And so if we look at the stratigraphic section here, shown on the side of the map, this is the legend, and the youngest units are on top. So the volcanics, Conejo Volcanics, are here, and then we've got the Topanga Formation down below. And so let's go back to our map again. We're down more or less now. We're down in this section here. So we're between we're closer to this Boney Mountain Fault. And again, that would be down there somewhere in the valley. And then on the other side of the fault, looking to the east, would be the Conejo Volcanics. And then the Topanga Formation here. And then the other thing you can see here, and match it to the map, is you can see the layering. It kind of dips off to the right at about 20 degrees. Again, these are sedimentary rocks in the marine. And you can look on the map, and you can see where he has, let me point it out here for you. My finger, these little things look like keys in here. And those are the strike and dip symbols. And they show like 25, 27 degrees to the north. And that's exactly what is going on here. These bits are dipping off to the north. That's north, that direction there. And so this is an example of some of the stuff you can do in the field and take a strike and dip, show the geometry of the layers. And also you can map the fault without actually seeing it very well. You can map the fault just based on the material that's showing up in the soil. Like I can see a lot of little fragments of gray fragments of siltstone here, and then the geologist would have to go down there and determine where he thought most of the soil was becoming broken up Conejo volcanics, and then he'd put the fault there and just map basically on where the soil change is. This one's pretty easy in some ways because it's got a lot of color difference. This stuff, the Topanga is a lot darker, and the volcanic units are a lot lighter, so it's a color change.